Yo, I am back, and I wanted to do I kind of want to do a build video with you guys. I used to do these for the first Daemon Machina, and I kind of forgot that I haven't really done it for this game. I think we kind of technically been doing it on stream, so maybe that's why I feel like I haven't. I was doing it, but I wasn't doing it for, I guess, YouTube. So I just want to kind of go over the process on how I build my suits. Usually, again, I'm not a min max guy, so I go with what I know in the basics, and then once I gotta figure out what kind of playstyle I want, that's when I kind of choose the min max. Especially when I get to in game, that's like the last thing I even start thinking about when I'm playing mech games. I kind of like to wait till I get as many different options as I can. But somebody wanted me to make a Gunslinger Samurai. I think I'm gonna start with this just because my build is already pretty Gunslinger Samurai-ish. I just gotta change a couple things. I think for this build, for sure, you're gonna want the Tachi, right? Itachi or the Soryus, something with a good forward thrust for sure. I got these really good Murakumos, so we're gonna just stick with that to the left hand. For a gunslinger, I do think I wouldn't sleep on the butterfly edge or any of the beam swords. I feel like the best melee combo, at least in PvE, besides fist, is a Tachi and a beam sword. But we're gonna go gunslinger, right? So I feel like for a gunslinger samurai, you're gonna want to go something like shotgun or maybe a stargazer. I definitely think having a laser option is the way to go. Ooh, maybe this might be fine. Something kind of close range. I wouldn't sleep on anything. It's really up to you what kind of guns you like. I wouldn't sleep on any of these. Maybe even a laser shotgun, actually. A laser shotgun might actually make more sense. The reason I'm going laser because your Tachi is going to be your main physical damage, right? So we're going to go laser with your secondary fire rate. We might use this one. Right. We're gonna take off my bow. But I think, again, gunslinger. I think you could, if you can find a way to make this work, I think this could be really good. Because these have a pretty good clip. Oh no, these are one shot. These could be pretty good, I think, on a gunslinger build as well. This could be like your main way to get some crazy damage, but we'll see about that. It just uses a lot of. We might be able to make it work. It really depends on you on what kind of weapons you use. I don't remember your YouTube name, whoever asked me to make this build, but I'm gonna go with something I would do. So I definitely think I would go dual triple stars for my backup, and these are actually probably going to be your main damage. Because the pistols are these pistols are kind of crazy. I definitely would use shorter reload time or maybe increase the fire rate on them if you have the mods. Again, when I think of gunslinger, samurai gunslinger, that's pretty much just a rogue, right? You're kind of a rogue build, you know what I'm saying? So I think having something like a grenade just for some burst damage would be nice, but you could easily switch that to have some, some CC, a jamming grenade or a flash grenade, satellite shield, or even a jammer. I think would be cool. Again, something that has CC, something that has some trickster element to your build. I'd probably stick to what I have. I think maybe I would change my right arm for my gun arm to have a little bit more shooting accuracy. But I still would want something that kind of had some brawler support just in case, just to have it. Just in case I'm switching weapons and I don't really like realize what I have in what hand. So I would definitely maybe go, and I think for sure you would kind of want, I think for VP wise, you kind of want to stick around at least 20,000 no matter what your build is. I think once you get in game, that's very easy to do. So why not? We're gonna go. Are we gonna go halberd? We're gonna go halberd arms. Halberd arms are just really good arms. Like they're just so good. The stats are just all around. Make that your right hand. So that's gonna be your shooting arm, right? For a helmet, I right now have the Guma just for the stats and the stamina. I do think you could switch it up. I really think it's on you. The lock on the range is horrible, but you're gonna be close range most of the time anyways. But I do think you could easily switch these up to anything you want. I mean, Muramasa is just good for brawlers all around. I think this might be one of the better options. It gives you more leeway. One of the things I'll say about building your mech, in my opinion, I feel like you want to like when you kind of have the movement you want out of your mech, you want to push the memory to the limits, but you also have to be a little concerned about your weight because your performance will change depending on your weight. Right now, my aerial speed is lower, 6% lower than the stats because I have too much weight on. But my jump performance is good and my emergency dodge duration is good. But because of whatever I have on, maybe it's my weapons. Yeah, I just take a little hit, but it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be mobile enough. The grades don't really mean a whole lot here. They're kind of just like an average of like what. I don't even know what they mean, to be honest. Like they're just like someone said they're like an average of like your overall mech stats. Like, but I don't think they mean anything because your mobility could be 100 A plus, but I have faster builds than this, like way faster builds than this. And my mobility is still up. So I don't pay too much attention to the stats, the performance evaluation. But usually if it is graded pretty high, you are in a good spot. But that doesn't mean it can't be better. Legs, let's go legs. I think you know what? I think we change the legs. Because I think we're going to want more jumping. The Muramasa legs are good because they do give you a lot of speed, or they have good ground speed and good VP in defense, but we want to be able to jump good. The Primus Pilot's legs are one of the best legs in the game. Like the speed is crazy, the jump is crazy. You get corrosion and burn resistance. It's good for exploration. You get a ground speed buff. Like it's just probably the best light armor legs in the game. And yeah, this is probably something I would kind of go with in terms of your gunslinging samurai build. Now, we got to change the look a little bit. We got to make it gunslinger samurai looking. Samurai-y. Yeah. I really do like the Revenger armor, I'm not going to lie. I want the not that one. Where's the other one? Yeah. And then for the right arm, we can rock both. I like the Revenger legs a lot. Alright, so here, yeah, this is kind of would be my ideal, like, samurai gunslinger build. We also need to change the fusion skill. So I think for a fusion skill, I don't think there's a wrong choice. Again, I feel like this is kind of roguish. Y'all don't see my true form. I can't let y'all leave now. Blink would be a good one. Blink probably be really good for this build. Mirage is always good. Caustic Blood could be cool. Kick could be good. It's really up to you, man. Grappling Chain could be good. It's really up to you on what you want to do on this build. We're just gonna use Blink, and then I'm gonna go into the training ground and kind of just like show you what I feel like your ideal playstyle would kind of be for this build. And then I'm gonna do a gun build later because I see a lot of people complaining about the guns in the game, and I do think the guns are actually pretty good. Oh my god, the jump. The jump is good. You're really gonna want to be super get in, get out. You know what I'm saying? Jump in, use the Tachi to close the gap. And then if they're, if they're weak to laser weapons, you use that to break armor. And then once you got a weak spot exposed, you want to pull out your dual pistols and like just try to stay. I jump way too high, but kind of stay into the like. You're gonna have to short out with these. These legs might be too much, but stay in like the critical range to try to get that critical damage with the pistols. But if you get good crits with the pistols, you're gonna. I'm stuck. I've never seen that before. And I'm just using this guy as an example. But you want to stay in the range with your pistols so you can get those critical damage. You see those big numbers? These are going to be your biggest damage dealer. And then kind of just keep switching between that. You can even have one pistol in your hand, you know what I'm saying? Back up, take a couple shots, especially if they're weak to physical. The thing about pistols in this game is they're actually really good, and they might be the best guns in the game, but they're situational because you got to crit. You got to be in crit distance, and you got to hit the weak spot. Once you get that weak spot damage, look. So that's pretty much what you're gonna want to be doing. You're gonna want to get in with your Tachi, create the weak spot. Use your shotgun kind of as a backup. You always got spray and pray just for like if people surround you. And then blink to get in and get out. And getting those weak spots out. So yeah, I hope whoever asked, I hope maybe you can try this build. Again, I think you can kind of be you got some leeway. Look at that damage, y'all. Look at the damage on these pistols. Look at the damage, man. The crit was crazy. But alright. This could be a really fun build actually. This would definitely be alright against bosses. But again, your main goal is gonna be getting that weak point exposed with this build. Using your Tachi to get that weak point exposed. So yeah, definitely look at that. Grab them, hit the pistols, Gunslinger Samurai, then get in, get out. So yeah, I hope you like this video, or I hope you like this build. Definitely try it out. Again, remember too, I didn't even use my grenades. You have some utility, some things to give you time when you're like running around, or you're against a bunch of enemies, some crowd control. Again, feel free to switch it up. If you do try this build and you make your adjustments, let me know. Let me know what you did instead. Oh, don't forget Dumalune Slash too. I just feel like that's the best thing to have on Itachi. Like, I don't know. If you're using Tachi, I don't know why you would not use this. But yeah, I'm out. Thanks for watching it. I hope you enjoyed this build. I will be doing more of these. Some are going to be a little crazy. Some might be cosplay builds, but I'll definitely show you guys. And I might do some on stream too. So yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see. All right, peace.